Hello, this is Kara from Kara Tarot with a general reading for Saturday, September 27th, 2025. Today I'm using the Phantasm of Life Tarot and augmenting it with 2 cards from the Piatnik zigeurner fortune-telling cards. I'm using a spread by the lovely Denise at Tarot of Dreams 80. This is a spread that she regularly does on her Instagram. It is mind, body, spirit, internal influences, external influences, and then she adds the bottom card and a card from the middle of the deck. So we'll see how this goes. I think I'm just going to do mind, body, spirit, and then internal influences, external influences, bottom of the deck, and middle of the deck. So in mind is the Three of Pentacles. We got this the other day as the central card with this deck. I do think this deck is delightful. I'm going to shift down a little bit. The illustrations of this deck just are so sweet. The Three of Pentacles, your mind. It's about working with other people, allowing other people to show their strengths and give their strengths to a project, and you give yours, accepting each other for who you are. It's lovely in all aspects of being where you are in your mind. Body. The King of Pentacles. This is mastery. This is mastery in the material plane. Certainly not me. Mastery in the material plane, long-range planning, and the ability to think ahead for the good of yourself and for others. And that also implies a great deal of discipline and self-discipline. Spirit. Justice. A desire for balance, a desire to weigh things evenly, to cut through any unfairness. I can certainly identify with that. Your internal influences. The Knight of Cups. Again, we had this recently too. Knight of Cups, charging forth, walking. This particular Knight of Cups seems to be just walking forth with great strength. This horse's head is down, so this is just barreling forward very securely, with an eye towards love and affection, and using that love and affection to influence others and to influence the field in which you are entering. Your external influences. The Five of Pentacles, poverty, illness. I can attest to this for myself today. I've been having an extended period of quite bad vertigo, along with my sinus and breathing issues, and it's been particularly bad for 3 days. Recently went to the doctor, and there's not a lot of indication, other than my sinuses, not a lot of indication of what's wrong with that. So we do have a course of action, but it'll be another appointment that I have to make on Monday, so we'll see. how that goes. So right now, yeah, I'm in this place of illness. Of course, this can also be material want. It can be lack of resources preventing you from moving forward with the strength that you'd like to internally. These are the external things that you may have no control over. So, contrary to the way a lot of people like to say you're not having money is your own fault, there are a lot of external influences which affect your material well-being that you have no control over. That's the whole reason we have sayings like you work with the cards that you're dealt, because we don't all get dealt the same hand in life, and we do the best we can with what we have. And at least right now, this is saying your external influences are not helping you very much. The bottom of the deck is the Magician. This is having tools and resources at your command. Now, I personally often take the bottom of the deck as being a reverse reading. So the bottom of the deck would be, you might have the tools and resources, but you're not using them particularly well, or you may not have all of the resources that you need, so that it kind of stymies even your best efforts. And from the middle of the deck, the heart of the matter, the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, one of my favorite cards. And I love this depiction of it. The Seven of Pentacles is, it again is that long-range planning, but this is that you're in the deep part of the work. You are actively engaged in the work. That's what this would be telling you also. And this is telling you you're actively in the middle of the work. So this is that moment when of many, in the middle of a project, when you pause and you reflect, we have to wonder here. It's like, has this fallen off the bush? Or has this, is it ripe? And it's been picked and it's just been set down there because its time is ripe. All of our projects don't ripen at the same time. And this particular card, to me, is about those moments when you have a break, you can stop the work, and you can evaluate how things are going. You can think about what was the long-range plan. Are we working in concert with a long-range plan? Do we need to revise the long-range plan? And once we get set with that, evaluate how this is going in terms of that. It's also about having patience. Things have to have time to grow, and we don't want to judge them too soon because that can lead to an overly harsh judgment. And the two fortune cards. Well, these are not positive ones today. The Widow. The Widow is a card of loss and loneliness, but the Widow, especially in the time period that these were drawn, widows were in a unique position of they may not have had the husband and the social standing that a husband being alive and his activities would bestow, but widows frequently were left the money. So they not only had resources, but they had it at their own command, which was unusual for a woman in this time period. So it kind of set widows apart and set them in this place of having a great deal of personal autonomy, which fits very well with both of these things, of working well with others, realizing your strengths and weaknesses, and wanting to forge ahead with great affection. I think the Widow fits well with that great personal autonomy, a great personal sphere of influence. And anger Anger is just about an upsetting occurrence and losing your temper. And it's what you have to fight against if your goal, if your spirit is aiming towards justice and the patience here. Anger is the antithesis, and this would be what you have to guard against if these are your goals. And these we know are the positive outcomes that we want to reach. Then we have to know that this anger is not going to be to our benefit, and it's just something we have to watch out for. I hope this is meaningful to you today and helps you chart your own long-range goals and evaluate things within that. This is Kara from Kara Tarot. Thank you.